Everybody thinks that the LA Lakers is going to be the competition for the Golden State Warriors in the West. And I'm telling you right now, the Houston Rockets, yeah, they're going to be a tough out.
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in a cup, then I pass a lot to my bro. Don't fuck with my flow. Couple bad bitches in a cup of that Joe. So it's just THC.
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Alright, so it's a situation where, if everybody that doesn't know, Melo has signed with the Houston Rockets. It was always assumed, as soon as he was able to get out of the OKC contract, that he would sign with the Houston Rockets. The OKC Thunder, they end up trading him to the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks end up releasing him, basically. So after he gets released, now he's signed to the Houston Rockets. Okay, now we're where we need to be. Now, for everybody that doesn't know, Mike D'Antoni is currently the coach of the Houston Rockets. And for everybody else that don't know, Mike D'Antoni once coached Carmelo Anthony in New York. Yep, they had a falling out. Allegedly, supposedly. I'm over here doing air quotes, y'all. So, the reason why I'm saying all of this is to say this. A couple of years ago, or I think it was last year, Carmelo Anthony was asked, would he take a role coming off the bench for the OKC Thunder? He said no, he wouldn't. He laughed at that. He scoffed at that. This was humorous and funny to him. Because in Carmelo Anthony's mind, he can still score with the best of them. And I'm not even arguing that point. Carmelo Anthony can still get buckets. He can still score. If you put him in a reasonable system that allows for him to be able to play to his strengths rather than his weaknesses, you know, in OKC, they force for him to play to his weaknesses rather than his strengths, he can get you 20 a night. There's no way anybody that can shoot as well as Melo, there's no way anybody that has a first step as quick as Melo, there's no way that anybody as strong as Melo in the ability to be able to get baskets around score baskets around the basket in the paint can't drop 20 if given under the right circumstances. Now, when he was with OKC, he was forced to play away from his strengths. For everybody that don't know, it's one thing to be able to shoot, and it's another thing to be a shooter that when you get hot, you're going to knock down a lot of buckets. Shooters that when they get hot, they become unstoppable. They need to be in rhythm. You need a couple amount of shots per, you know, whatever the minutes is that you're on the floor in order to stay in rhythm. If you have a guy who's a rhythm shooter like Carmelo Anthony is, and you kind of don't pass him the ball for 2 or 3 quarters, and then you decide to pass him the ball all of a sudden to make a big shot, don't expect for him to make that shot. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a rarity. And that goes for any other player in the NBA who is one of those streaky shooters, or should I say who's a rhythm shooter. That goes for all of them. That's the big anomaly that comes with being Steph Curry. Steph Curry has the ability to not have touched the ball, and then the next thing you know, he's raining 2 and 3 threes at a time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So now, Carmelo Anthony has been reunited with Mike D'Antoni in Houston. But you see, the major issue that they actually have, first of all, the reason why they didn't work in New York probably had more to do with the environment, with the management that had at the time been running the Knicks organization. The New York Knicks is notoriously known for being ran just as a bad franchise, whereas Houston, it's kind of been running pretty well down there for quite a while. For quite some time now, Houston has been doing pretty good. So this is a different environment. It's different things going on around Carmelo Anthony. So there shouldn't be any reason why he shouldn't prosper. In addition to this, when Carmelo Anthony was in Denver, when he finally got a point guard in Chauncey Billups, I believe they went to the Western Conference Finals. And when he was in New York and he was able to get Jason Kidd, they went pretty far also. So yeah, Carmelo Anthony needs good point guards around him in order, and not old either, because people are going to say, well, he had AI at one. AI was old. I mean, and also AI isn't a distribution type of point guard. He's more of a, I'm going to go at your neck. He's that type of point guard. All right. So anyway, that's actually why it didn't work in OKC. Because, I mean, realistically, you can't have the person that dominates the rock take all of the shots and think that somebody who is a rhythm shooter could get into rhythm. That doesn't even make sense. I have no idea in the world why Carmelo Anthony, why the OKC Thunder would even trade for him in the first place from the Knicks. Because you didn't have the personnel that you need to put around him, and he wasn't the type of personnel that you need to put around your already there superstar. So that was crazy. Anyway, so now Carmelo Anthony is with the Houston Rockets. And there's still one issue that I believe is going to cause a problem. Him coming off the bench or him starting. Now, this is why I think that if he comes off the bench, Houston Rockets are going to probably go to the finals. Carmelo Anthony defense lacks. He's not really that good of a defensive player. Okay? So that means that if you could start the game with a better defensive player, and then when the second unit of the other team comes into the game, you're able to put Carmelo Anthony in, he's going to kill anybody's second unit. That's how you go to the finals, y'all. For everybody that don't know, you don't go to the finals because you just have a really good player on your team. You know, unless he's LeBron James. You go to the finals by having a collection of individuals who play as a unit. This goes for any team sport. Seriously. Literally any team sport. Unless you have the best player in the whole entire league on your team, you need a collection of players who can play together like a unit. So if you're able to leave Chris Paul in the game and sit the beard, James Harden, so he could get some rest, and you don't have to run him into the ground during the regular season. When he gets to the freaking playoffs, James Harden is unguardable, everybody. Well, I'm just speaking to the choir because I don't think anybody thinks he's guardable. He's unguardable. I mean, first of all, they let him do that thing that's a travel that now everybody in the freaking park does that I fucking hate. That step back where you step back picking up your dribble, and then you take two more steps after you already picked up your dribble on the first step back. That's a travel, y'all. Just so everybody is clear on this. Just so everybody is clear. And I like James Harden. So, and basically I'm saying that the Houston Rockets is going to have Chris Paul, one of the best probably basketball minds in the last 10 to 15 years that play, one of the best, not the best. Please don't come into the comment section. One of the best basketball minds in the NBA in the last 10 to 15 years. And then you're going to team him with an individual like James Harden, who is absolutely unguardable. You've seen what they did last year. And then now you're adding a player who is just simply a weapon. That's what Carmelo Anthony is. That's what Carmelo Anthony has always been. He's a weapon. And you're giving this offensive talent to a team that's already has some pretty good defensive players, even though they did lose Trevor Ariza. You're adding him to a team that now allows for them to be able to keep up their offensive pressure after you sit one of the big two that they already have. I don't know. I think that they're going to be a problem. I think that we're really going to know how good this team could be. Give them about 2 months. After about 2 months, then we'll really know how good they could be. We'll see the adjustments that the coach makes. Don't expect them to play. Don't expect the players that aren't already defensive players to play much defense. So that we're not going to expect that. But you're going to have to outscore these guys. And when you have a player like Chris Paul who makes everybody around him a good scorer, look what he did to freaking Jordan. He made freaking DeAndre Jordan. Is it DeAndre? DeAndre Jordan freaking looked like he was the next coming or something. DeAndre Jordan can't score. You give DeAndre Jordan the ball and move out the way, and they're going to turn it over. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about this. Leave the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.